I'm very happy to be part of the LA Dare Magic. And we have a very rewarding, successful career. Thank you.
That was Michael Jackson, September 1989. The Bad World Tour was over. 2 years, 123 concerts, 15 countries, 4.4 million tickets sold, about every record broken, the most successful solo concert tour in history. Finished. And now, Michael was quietly building something most people never paid attention to. Most people assumed he would rest. He didn't. What July, August, and September of 1989 actually reveal is a version of Michael Jackson rarely examined. The businessman, the strategist, and the artist. He was quietly building towards something the world hadn't seen yet. This is part 3. July. Mike was on the covers of Bravo, Lookin', and Pop Rocky magazines. July 3rd. Almost 2 years after the release of the album Bad, the 9th and final single was launched alongside on the B-side. However, this release was only exclusive to Britain, Japan, and Australia. The single reached a peak position of number 13 on the UK charts, remaining there for 16 weeks, and set a new record as the 9th top 40 single from one album. Liberian Girl also soared to number 1 in Ireland. South African artist Letta Mbulu recorded the Swahili phrases at the beginning of the song, which translates to, "I love you too, I want you to, my love." This marked Michael's second song featuring Swahili lyrics. Do you know what the other song is? Share your answer in the comments below. Music Week wrote, "It is indisputable that Michael Jackson's Bad now has yielded more hits than any other album in chart history." As the 8th or 9th release, depending on whether Leave Me Alone is included, from an album which sold almost 3 million copies, and considering that the 12-inch version is not extended, Liberian Girl debuts remarkably high at number 18. Europe's only cosmic laser concert, the Laserium, sells tickets to a Michael Jackson music laser show at the London Planetarium next door to its host, Madame Tussauds of London. July 4th. At 45 years old and fresh off her UK tour, Motown threw an extravagant homecoming party for Diana Ross in California to launch her US leg of her Working Overtime tour, which is planned to start on July 19th. While the celebration is intended to honor Diana, Michael unexpectedly stole the spotlight as he arrived to the party with supermodel Beverly Johnson as his date. Yes, the same lady that was also featured in the short film, Liberian Girl. During one of Diana's tour stops in Dublin, Ireland back in April, she did an interview and had this to say about Michael.
"I know that he's a good person. He's got a good head on his shoulders, and he only wants to do the right thing. And I know he's sad when things are said negative about him, you know? And I know he's lonely. And I know that things are difficult. And I know that he cares strongly about his music. Those things I know. Because he keeps his attention totally on the music because that's really where it is."
July 9th. Michael visits a bookstore in Santa Barbara to browse through a variety of books. July 16th. Michael and his attorney John Branca co-founded the Jackson Strong Alliance LLC in collaboration with artist-sculptor Brett Livingstone Strong to create a fine arts partnership aimed to explore opportunities across various fields, including fine arts, monumental projects, architecture, publishing, entertainment, and magnetics. Brett, an acclaimed presidential award-winning sculptor, was introduced to Michael on 2 previous occasions, one by musician Lawrence Welk and the other with Los Angeles Mayor Tom Bradley. After Michael's Pepsi commercial burn incident, he established the Michael Jackson Burn Center at the Brotman Medical Center in Culver City, California, for which Brett crafted a bronze plaque in 1984. Those familiar with Michael's career recognize his extraordinary talent as an artist, and Brett continuously encouraged him to pursue his passion in creating, drawing, and painting. July 28th. Michael Jackson is broadcasted in theaters as the latest claymation member of the California Raisins family by appearing in their ad titled Michael Raisin. July 29th. Paul McCartney was reportedly upset when he found out about Michael's decision as sole owner of the Beatles' masters to allow the song All You Need Is Love to be sampled in a camcorder commercial requested by the ad agency Saatchi & Saatchi, in which they paid $150,000 to sample the song in a client's video camera commercial. Even though Paul McCartney had the opportunity to buy his masters beforehand, but chose not to do it. Anyways, July 30th. Music Week wrote, Michael Jackson's Bad became the third consecutive Michael Jackson album to spend 100 or more weeks on the UK albums chart following 1978's Off the Wall at 173 and Thriller at 167. That's correct. Thriller was still third of the three albums because at the time, Great Britain was the only country in the world where Bad outsold Thriller. Michael joins the Beatles, Simon and Garfunkel, Phil Collins, and U2 in the runners-up position in this particular chart category. All of them trailed Dire Straits, who've had no more than 5 albums on the chart for 100 weeks or more. August. Michael is on the covers of Ad Lib and Pop Express magazines. August 8th. At the 8th Annual Video Software Dealers Association convention in Las Vegas, a public 4-day gathering included more than 14,000 retailers, suppliers, and manufacturers, awarded Michael Jackson with the Home Entertainment Award for his movie, Moonwalker. Michael sits down for a photo shoot with Bobby Holland in Los Angeles. Bobby would go on to say about Michael, "When I think about Michael Jackson, the artist, I'm reminded of just how totally focused he was about anything he was doing. Having grown up in the school of Motown, Michael learned from the best. Every angle of being a total entertainer. He would always arrive early in the studio for every photo session, very quiet and reserved. But unlike Stevie Wonder, he was always early. Michael was always totally prepared, aware and involved of all aspects of the photo session. The music, lighting, lens, sets, and the total vibe. When it was time to step in front of the lens, he could really turn it on too, and show everyone why he was the king of pop." Swamp Dogg Entertainment Group, or SDEG Records, has released a rare LP titled The Jackson 5 and Johnny, beginning years 1967 through 1968. This compilation marks the very first remastered collection of 13 tracks, featuring the group's early songs recorded with Steeltown Records in Gary, Indiana, prior to their signing with Motown. The name Johnny in the title refers to their former drummer, Johnny Jackson, no relation to the Jackson family. September. Michael is on the cover of Lihitan magazine. The planned MJ Greatest Hits album titled Decade is delayed due to indecisions about which track should be included on the collection. September 4th. Epic Records released the limited edition promo single Speed Demon, which happens to be one of my personal favorites. This track, which Michael referred to as a machine song, is again released exclusively in Europe. This single was issued to promote both the Bad album and the Moonwalker film. Furthermore, this version differs slightly from the album version, as it fades out a few seconds earlier and the fade-in of Liberian Girl is removed, that is normally present on the Bad album. According to Quincy Jones, Michael wrote this song after getting pulled over and receiving a speeding ticket. This inconvenience caused him to arrive late at Westlake Studios, so Quincy told Michael to put it on paper and write down how he felt. So he did, and in turn became a hit song. September 6th. At the 1989 MTV Video Music Awards, Michael Jackson videos received an impressive 9 nominations. Leave Me Alone was nominated for several categories: Video of the Year, Breakthrough Video, Best Special Effects, Best Art Direction, Best Editing, and Viewer's Choice Award. Meanwhile, Smooth Criminal also earned nominations for Best Dance Video, Best Choreography, and Best Cinematography. But ultimately, Michael only won 1 award, which was for special effects on Leave Me Alone. However, he did not attend the ceremony. Also, Coca-Cola was a sponsor of this award show too. September 13th. A press conference took place at the Hollywood Palladium in Los Angeles to unveil Michael Jackson's new endorsement deal valued at $28 million with the footwear brand LA Gear. This 2-year agreement enabled Michael to design and promote a line of athletic shoes and sportswear, along with making appearances in commercials. As part of the unique marketing campaign titled Unstoppable, a number of contractual agreements were agreed upon to support the collection. Michael expressed his enthusiasm, stating,
"Very happy to be part of the LA Gear magic, and I hope we have a very rewarding, successful career. Thank you."
September 24th. Bad spends its last week on the top 100 albums chart in Britain at number 65 after enjoying 108 consecutive weeks on the chart. If you enjoyed this video, keep it going, but be careful because you just might learn something new about the king of entertainment, Michael Jackson. Thanks for watching.